You reach Wanda's channel here on YouTube for now. It's 7:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, EST. Grand Rising. As you can see, I'm a little groggy. I have my tea on. Y'all remind me the fire's still on. How you gonna remind me? I know. My tea is percolating. Now it's 8 a.m. Hey, Grand Rising, Thursday, 28th of September, 2017, Gregorian. You know, this is my outlet, as I've said in other videos. I get on when I feel so inspired to, you know, vent, an outlet. Yeah. And I want to talk about Libra. It is now Libra season. And Libra. Hi Libras, how y'all doing? One of my favorite frequencies, definitely one of my favorite frequencies on paper. Older books, I'm not sure about trust any newer books. It depends on the author, how I know the author, how I relate to their findings. But Isabel Hickey, her book, great book. Linda Goodman, I would only trust first editions of these books mentioned. If that, you know, I just, per my studies, I think there's a lot of quote-unquote new information trying to be imported in. I guess, I know it's conjecture to further confuse the masses, future generations in particular. As Dr. help me recall, hold on, memory, Ginkgo, and I love her, Dr. Yafabe, yes, and she's a Libra. Dr. Yafabe says, to quote her, if it's new, it ain't true, okay, but I digress. In books, we're gonna get on with Libra season. I'm only doing these seasons, these astro season videos for 1 year, just, yeah, when I round around the bend and get to Pisces, that'd be it, because I don't, though I love astrology, and I'm an astrologer, love it, but there are so many great astro video channels on YouTube, so I didn't want this to be be seen, you know, mainly as an astrology channel, although I wouldn't mind, but still, this Wanda Wisdom channel is not, it's an outlet. It's an outlet for Wanda to let out what's on her mind and heart, and, you know, what they say, food in, food out. Somebody probably said food in, shit out. I don't know. You know how quick some minds are. I'm from New York. You can encounter a lot of swift minds there. You know, must be them ley lines under the soil there. Hip hop was born there. Okay, but anywho, yeah. So that's the reason why. Probably one of the reasons. I mean, other than being the voice of the voiceless. Okay, yeah, I know you like them on the hip hop. Isn't it cool that hip hop has a Leo birthday? Did you see my Leo season video? I think I mentioned it there. And you know, after you say do these videos, you tend to forget what you done said, because it's an outlet you let out and save to your hard drive and upload on YouTube and title it and go on about your business. Yeah, these archives. Anywho, yeah. So hi Libra, how you doing? Today is Pauletta Washington's birthday. Actor Denzel Washington's wife. Beautiful sister. Yeah, again, I love Libra's frequency. I definitely love it on paper, how it's defined in some of the books I've read, astrology books I've read. It's the only sign that has a thing as its symbol. All the other signs are animals or human, the symbol. But it has a thing, the scales. And let's go with that. The scales. Libra's key phrase is I balance. And the scales is evidence of which. A lot of them are accused of being imbalanced. And I attribute that to, of course, you know, as an individual, looking at them individually, you could look at how they were reared and raised and whatever hardships they weathered and things of that nature. But I also do the macro micro thing. So I look at the world, you know, do you find that the world is balanced with fairness and justice and you know, more sane than not, you know what I mean? The environment can really take its toll on Libras. All of us, truthfully speaking, there's Libra somewhere in your natal chart. If you look at the, you know, look up your natal chart, you need the accurate time of your birth to, you know, get your accurate degrees and aspects and things of that nature. But yeah, the area of your natal chart is where Libra is. That's where you, you know, need to balance, or it may be very balanced, you know, depending on who you are. Pardon me, it's early still. You know, you wake up and take care of bathroom needs and things of that nature, and you want to get back to sleep, and then you can't get to sleep. So I said, let me just do this before Papa wakes up. I have to do the, not that you care, but you know, TMI. I have to do the videos here in his space because my lappy is carrying on. Anyway, back to Libra. So I was watching a movie. Hold on, y'all. A little water before I get my tea. I was watching a movie, you know, just random channel surfing. I forgot the name of the movie, but it was this French man who walked between the Twin Towers. RIP to the Twin Towers, which is a Gemini. You see the glyph for Gemini? And it's called twins. You have every Gemini edifice. But anywho, so he was walking the pardon me, y'all. He was walking the tightrope on between each tower, a tightrope, like something you would see in a circus. And they're doing it, except for those professionals have they usually have like a big bed underneath them, or some sort of saving device if they should trip. You know what I'm saying? But the Twin Towers, there was no such thing under him, and you know, it was tall. You can Google, I'm sure you know. Even non-New Yorkers know how tall the Twin Towers. Tall as hell, okay? Pardon me, maybe I'm getting sleepy all over again. Forgive me. I hope you don't hear that, because Libra is a sign of diplomacy. And you didn't hear that, did you? Never mind. Okay, hopefully not. Forgive me, Libras. Anywho, so Libra Moon and Libra Ascendants too. Forgive me, you probably clicked on to hear it. So people who love Libras, you know what I mean? Forgive me, it's morning. Maybe I should go get coffee versus tea. Anywho, so he's walking the tightrope between both buildings, and this is a movie. I'm like, was this true or was it scripted? Google is your friend, as they say. I'm like, no, this shit really happened. And I'm from New York. I'm like, why didn't you hear about this? But I think he did it in the 70s. The 70s, I was a little girl. 80s, you know, teenager. So, yeah, I believe it was the 70s. Well, he's from France and came over here. So I'm looking at it, and he didn't just go over once. He was going back and forth. I mean, fearless. And I'm like, wow, what an incredible thing to kick off your bucket list. You know what I'm saying to you? And now it's extra legendary because the Twin Towers is no longer there. So he can't even have like copycats follow up, and you know what I mean? So I'm looking, you know, I'm ever astro-minded. I'm Astro Mama. So I'm like, is he a Libra or a Gemini? I'm thinking Gemini because of the Twin Towers. Not that he would do it because he's astro-led, although we all are, it's in you. And it activates and, you know, do these things, you know, whether the person studies or not. So I'm like, no, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Will the mercurial energy have the patience to do that once? They probably wouldn't want to try it for twice or thrice, because I associate 2s and 3s with Gemini. No, third house and the 2, the twins. Anywho. So, I'm like, no Gemini. So I ruled that out. So he's a Libra. This is a Libra exercise and things of that nature. He is a Libra. Still enjoyed the movie. When the movie was over, I went on ahead and looked up his birthday. You ain't gonna believe this. His sun sign is Libra's opposite. I said, get the knife in New Jerusalem. No. Yeah. Kid you not, okay? But still, shout out to Sister Myra, one of my former teachers. Love you, Mama. We've spoken over the phone. We met in person. That is my heart. So she's the one who really got me starting to see the signs. 6 signs versus 12. And no, I'm not buying the 13th one that they've inserted. Ookie pookie. No. We were told the 13th is the midheaven, the way out. Get out, not the way back in, okay? So you embrace the 13th way. The 13th, in this context that they done, you know, Johnny come Astro lately told. Okay. Anyway, so but hold on, again. Oh, let me yawn some ice. Anyway, so yeah, the ice is delicious, y'all. So yeah, so I went into my sister Myra teachings, and so he was in Aries. I'm like, he's pulling from his Libra polarity. Libra still has to be strongly aspected. He could be a full moon baby and have a Libra moon, you know what I mean? So just the fight to have that balance on that large scale, you know what I mean? Libra, speaking of scales, y'all see the pH balance scale? Okay, you see the pH balance. I had this epiphany. I was walking past a alkaline water table at a festival I was at, and you know the person had the scale out there, the paper, the placard with that, and you seen the scale in school and things of that nature. But you know, we have our epiphanies when we have our epiphanies, you know, and I'm usually always thinking about the meaning of life and, you know, why we incarnate and reincarnate, and what the spiritual books, some spiritual books called the rounds of birth and death, and I know that's Scorpio domain there. We ain't Scorpion season yet, but yes, I'm always in you know, studying. My mind is my best friend. But anywho, so I'm looking, and again, this is an alkaline water table. You know, they say alkaline water is good for your body. Disease cannot live in an alkaline environment. They can only live and thrive in an acidic environment and things of that nature. It makes you think of those different types of personalities, if you will. So I'm looking, and I saw the number 7 in the middle. Yeah. And I said, wow. Because Gemini is in the middle of the year, true. But Libra, it's sister element, its cousin element, air. You know, another air sign. Libra is in the middle of this lineup, the zodiacal lineup. The signs, you know, that come before Libra are considered the younger, younger energy, younger frequency. Not, you know, disrespectful, saying immature or anything. Unless a person is grown up, is operating from, you know, immature space. In a toxic way is different, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the signs before Libra are said to be younger, and the signs older than Libra, past Libra, if you will, are like the older, the mature signs, you know, cosmic maturity. Like if you're from New York, you know, Fifth Avenue splits up the east and west side, you know what I mean? So I guess Fifth Avenue would be more like a Libran energy, if you were to look at it that way. Like that'd be the 7 pH balance, if you will. Just an analogy. I mean, 7 and 5 are prime numbers. The 7th house, Libra rules the 7th house, and I saw the 7 there on that pH balance. I said, good heavens. So the middle way, also Libran energy. Yeah, I can look at videos, type in middle way and find the videos for those. Also in Buddhism, I can't think of this video's title, but when the Buddha was going out to, you know, be enlightened, and you know, and it came from a family of money, but he didn't understand, you know, poverty and suffering and things of this nature. And he went out in the woods and did what he did. Went to go, and then there's a video to where he went to some sort of music school, and the music teacher, and you know, you learn, you get these epiphanies, unexpected from different angles, and the music teacher's teaching them, I guess, how to tune up their instruments or harp, or I forget what it is, whatever. Violin, I don't know, cello, I don't know, you know, y'all find the video, hell. But anywho, so, you know, I study, you study, we all should be studying, okay, to evolve and properly ascend and things of that nature. Anywho, so the teacher said, no, don't do it that way because it'll be too loopy. Don't leave it too loopy. Talking about the strings. And then she said, no, don't do it to another student. Don't do it too tight. You know, I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find the video, you see the shit. Don't do it too tight because then it may pop and break. You know, you have to fine tune it up. So, you know, somewhere in the middle, medium. And that's when the Buddha said, oh my heavens. You know, that's that whole thing, everything in moderation. That's Libra, you know, a balance. Everything, don't be extreme here. Don't be extreme there. Everything in moderation. And that brings me to this. That's Libra frequency. You know what I mean? But that brings me to this. And Libra rules the kidneys. You don't want to fuck up your body, and the kidneys. You see these people on the donor list. Take care of your body, because kidneys, the balance is everything. Keep your kidneys healthy. Y'all go on and Google and further study, okay? Don't take my word for anything. Just, if anything, take my word to go on and further study. Get your Google on, okay? Libraries are still good. Library. Look how that's spelled. Do you see Libra in the word library? How do you say book in Spanish? Libros. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know, writing, that's Libra. Publishing, yes, is Sag, 9th house, Sag from 9th house, things of that nature. But, yeah, the Libra. And then the bra, you know, your tatas, ladies. The balancing of the tatas, you know. Bra from Libra. You see what I'm saying? Some people may say liberated, but you get the etymology of liberated, liberty, Liberia. You don't get into etymology, the Libra frequency. Libra is said to rule Asians, and they're big on the yin and yang and balance, and the Japanese are just they're very big on balance. And I went to Haku once with poetry, and they had refreshments, and this is the sweet, this is the, I guess, salty sour, and I was like, oh, this is all Libra. I don't know if Asians know that they are all Asians, all of them, Chinese, Korean. That's why I said they don't all get along. Well, melanated, do we all get along? But we've been oppressed. Well, I guess after they too, the big boy and the fat boy, Hiroshima, and the Japanese, they seem to go to the Japanese. I think, well, there's all Libra rules Asians, what my school of thought, okay? Well, I was taught. You all have different schools of thought. You matriculated at yours. I'm matriculated at mine. Do you see what I'm saying? You can always click off if you disagree. This is my outlet. I do this really for me. Anywho, so Libra rules Asians. From what I was taught, all of them, Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, you know, Asians, Libra, Indonesia, and I just see the yin yang symbol, and yeah, Libra, surely, yeah, that's what it is. Hold on, y'all. Okay, now, yeah, Libras get a bad rep for being, bad rap or bad rep? Well, both, shit. For being, flaky and imbalanced and wishy-washy and sometimes and achi-kachi and all that things in that nature. And I'll tell you why. Because they are really here to be neutral. Even neutrality gets a bad rap. You know what I mean? Just, this needs some sort of scripture. We don't even get on scripture. It's a whole nother video I doubt if I ever do. But bear in mind, well, not since babyhood, when you're from Harlem, when we got to Queens, when we moved to Queens, mommy really got us into the church. Although I was baptized in Harlem, a Harlem church and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? But still, mommy was still, Harlem in the 70s was powerful to the people. She, Afro, mother was gorgeous. Hoop earrings, just beautiful, worked for a phone company, you know, went to, she went to both. She went to City College and BMCC. Just just a beautiful woman. Not because it's my mother, because saying that because it's true. You know, of course we have my grievances. Y'all read my memoir. You know, there's always some mother-daughter grievances. You know, it's primals. You know what I'm saying? Karma. What Dr. G said, your family is your karma. And it sounded like you said it in the tone that Chris Rock said, that's your family. On that, one of his stand-ups. I digress. Dr. G is a Virgo, Chris is Aquarius. No, it just came to me. But anywho, yeah, love you, mommy. I digress. I'm thinking of where mommy has Libra in her natal chart now, too. Not by sun sign, no. But back to the point. They get that because once they come here, and we all have an individual objective for coming here. It's called incarnate objective reading. I've had one. Did you have one? Yeah, those people who read those are great. And then there's a collective objective. You know, like Pluto's generational. You can look at your Pluto and see what that is. And then, per my tutelage, there's a sun sign objective. There's a sign objective. And Libras are here to really, really weigh the scales. Libra is that symbol for law, and that's Mayat. You know, they still keep the symbol in courthouses today. Although I know if you're melanated, you're like, well, what justice we get there? What fairness we get there? Duly noted. And that is, again, I believe that is when they're pulling from Libra's opposite. When it's just, it doesn't seem to make sense, and there's only one group of people, for the most part, stat-wise, as being, you know, harshly handled and mistreated. And, you know what I mean? You can go on and look at documentary 13 for that. Then they use the 13, the mother number. You know, they say it's the number of destruction, some say, but it's the mother number. It's the way out. Per, again, my studies, not yours, detractors, but mine. And if the detractor listening to this is getting all, you know, peeved and their knickers in a knot, if you embrace sound, sane logic, you would know that a person wouldn't be, for the most part, conveying from your marbles and how your marbles and pearls spin. They're conveying from their own. You know what I mean? I guess to each his own, to each his own school of thought, you know. But it's always good click off anybody. I never understood getting angry over something that's not forced on you. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen the What the Health documentary or Food Inc., Forks Over Knives, or anything? Not that food per se is forced on you, but I mean, if you must get angry, I always thought it should be over some sort of something that's forced on you. A video you chose to click on. Then you chose to stay on and continue listening when you can always have clicked off or never had clicked on. I don't. Anger, Toni Morrison, legendary author, Aquarius herself. She has been quoted as saying, I don't have any use for anger. I see it debilitates. It debilitates your mind. It really narrows your mind. Your field of logical thinking becomes compromised in a negative. Never mind. Pardon me, Libra. Sometimes you just don't understand how people get angry over things that is not forced on them. Yes, I'm being redundant because it's just a weary. I should do a video called "Things That Make You Say," to quote Arsenio Hall. Maybe that'd be my next video. Yeah, things that make you say, Remember how he used to say that? And he's an Aquarius. Yeah, what? Anywho, back to Libra. So, and even with Sam's work, he had the Zodiac Mafia. I don't know if that's a blog or some book he wrote, but I was at one of his lounges in Brooklyn when he mentioned it, you know, to the audience. I was sitting there live and in person, and he said there's a trio, a trio for the Zodiac Mafia per his studies, okay? And of course, we are Astro students and Astro mamas and Astro heads and papas up in the audience. So, he had us guess it. And of course, we had Scorpio. We all guessed Scorpio and Capricorn. And the third one I chose was Aries. And a lot of people say, oh, yes, Aries is the third one. And some people said Virgo. Hold on, y'all. They thought Virgo was the third one. And he was like, no. All the ones we were guessing, he kept saying no. And we were like, well, good goddamn, what else could possibly be the third one? in your zodiac mafia. When he said Libra, we all looked around at each other and darn near in unison said, Libra? Huh? If you were a student of astrology, would you think Libra be included in his zodiac mafia trio? People said Libra because Libra is the diplomat. You know what I mean? The diplomat, diplomacy, grace, the peacemaker, due to the balance. Do you see? I think if you meet one that's wishy-washy and flaky, it's because you're trying to force their hand in something. You know what I mean? It's usually associated with nonviolence and things of that nature. It's the opposite of Aries. Aries is the god of war, so we'll be the opposite of that. But per Sister Myra's teaching, how, you know, it's one. You take a coin, one side is Libra, the other side is Aries, but the coin is still a single entity. And I said, wow. So you meet a Libra that may pull from, that may shock you, or the Libra could be, its sun could be in a fire sign house. You know what I mean? Or another house that makes it a quincux with that blend. And it's just different, many variables when you're studying and interpreting the natal chart. And each astrologer has its own zone that it lasers in on, you know what I mean? I find, for the most part. Anywho, so Libra, again, still one of my favorite frequencies, especially on paper, especially per the books I've read, you know. But then you meet one. I believe, I do. My belief system is my right, okay? I can say what's true. What did Libra NDIRE say in her song video? Ain't nothing that I'm saying is law. It's a true confession of a life-learned lesson I was sent here to share with y'all. Okay? Whew. Hallelujah. Shout out to India or the Libras, okay? What was the Libra? T.I. Shout out to you. You go through a windy wind. But Libra's Cancer is 90 degrees apart, okay? And his restaurant Scales. I don't even know if that's still open. Yeah. Touting. You see a lot of people touting their sign and lauding numbers. And, you know, they even have a book in the Bible called Numbers, okay? And they said, what does it say? Number 7 is mentioned in the Bible 700 times. I'm like, okay, is that an ode to Libra? The number 7 itself was ruled by Neptune, but still, the 7th sign is Libra. That's 7 in the middle of the balance scale. Alkaline is, yeah, Libras, just hold on to your principles. You hold on to you, and people trying to make you decide. Well, what else was I saying in the Bible? Something first of all, give me hot or cold. If it's lukewarm, I spit it out or something like that. I'm like, ooh, is that an anti-Libra comment? What is that? Man, you like your bath water somewhere not lukewarm. You don't want it hot, or you don't want it cold, unless you're doing some sort of ritual. I don't know, to heal yourself. Some shit. I don't know. But who the hell wants everything hot? Well, cool. And that's extreme. That's Scorpio. We get to that next season. You know. Also, we're still in September, and remind me of sidereal astrology. One guy, he's he claims Leo because he's a sidereal. He claims Leo, but he's a Virgo Western astrology. And when I was on the phone with him, just his frequency alone, I'm like, he still feels like a Virgo to me. And with Dahudi Ma'arat, shout out to you, Dahudi. I miss your channel. Oh, I remember before they took it down, I was looking at it. I mean, it was a spirit of frequency of get it while the getting is good. So spirit must have told me, girl, go on and look at all this really about to take the shit down. I'm like, I mean, hard body. I remember looking at this video of Titanic. I'm like, I hope he saved them to the hard drive. Never mind, Taurus. Remember Dahudi Ma'arat? Channel, y'all, health guy out of California. But he spoke about, I get to the point. You ain't patient? Click up, shit. I told you I put your emotional seatbelt on fucking with these videos. And I told you about the disseminating moon. So that's the style and frequency in which I give. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so Dahudi Ma'arat, he was talking about sidereal astrology versus Western astrology. And then I know where he said, I'm in the West. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Okay. In this incarnation, if you're born in the West, and I embrace sidereal then somewhat, still do somewhat, because it's with the Gregorian, it's clear that they mess with time. They get you off the natural clock, the natural law of time. Shout out to Dr. Jewel Pilgrim, who was like, you got to get back into natural law and natural time to be aligned, properly aligned with the universe, the creator of the sun, okay? They want you off that because they want you off balance. Any oppressor, main's aim, we don't even have to get into race and say the pale males or, no, I'm not taking up for no pale males, okay? Stop it, okay? But any bully or any dictator, a nonsensical dictator, any bully, any oppressor's main aim is to keep you off balance. You know what I mean? Because I had a former teacher say, well, the 3 signs that the oppressor can't stand is Aquarius, Libra, and Cancer. And I'll lament more on why in my astrology book. Y'all can read more. And but Libra, I knew right away. I was like, yeah. And I used to think Libra rules numbers, math, because of the scales. But when I started taking classes, they was like, no, Aquarius. Aquarius rules math, and DNA and numbers. Numb. You know when Aquarius have no feelings, they go cold. Numb numbers. Wait for Aquarius season. When I do that video, y'all, we get more into that. But there's still an element, there's still cousins and sisters and brothers with the air. Oxygen, what we all need to live, to breathe. Oxygen is independent too. It gives oxygen, gives to the soil, and the ocean is, oxygen down there. Oxygen gives, but it doesn't need anything. And even when you try to pollute the air, it just rises higher, and higher. Keep rising to the top. Kenny Burke, y'all, encore, 80s. I was in there. Y'all can read my memoir. Read the memoir, Queen's Encore. It turned into Crystals. I didn't even go when it was Crystals Encore. I did a lot of partying before 21. This is one I could get in them places. It's the people you know, honey. The people you know. Y'all get into the memoir, like the rooftop. Okay. Live at Union Square, Latin Quarters. When you're from Queens, you got people from uptown that fool with no Latin Quarters in the Union Square. Didn't Heavy D have his song? One of his songs, he said he don't mess with no Union Square, but took Brooklyn up in there. Something he said. But Queens is that neutral. I don't know. He used to call the 5% used to call Queens Mecca. Well, if you ain't from New York City, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about with the boroughs. But I'm wondering if Queens is Libra. Even in an old interview that Nicki Minaj did, she spoke about the Queens girls and being more prissy and, this is per statistics, than the other boroughs, more girly girl. I'm like, could Queens be Libra? The whole town, New York City, the 5 boroughs, from what I was taught, is an Aries Capricorn, especially Capricorn. Chrysler building business, is an Aries Capricorn frequency. But I'm like, if you had to do the boroughs, what frequency you get? Each borough has a, never mind. This is not a New York City video, I know. It's a Libra video. Now, Libra. That's why you catch hell. Because a bully resents neutrality. They want you to do what they want you to do. Be on their side or, whatever the fuck. And again, a bully's aim is to cheat and deceive. The Art of War book teaches 90%, 95%, I believe it says. Don't quote me, paraphrase. Go on, study shit yourself. 95% of war is deception. I'm not talking about legitimate war, like somebody took your shoe and you went and took their motherfucking shoe. I'm not talking about legitimate war, where somebody fuck with you first. But that's Libra. Now I see why Sam put that in the mafia, the Zodiac Mafia. Libra is really about restoring balance. It's not about, I'm going to get you back. To get you back sake. Unless they have a whole fleet of Aries in their chart. I don't know. Whole Mercury and Scorpio. Speaking about that Libra with that combination, Cardi B, whom I like, I do, and I know with the way I study, I know I like Cardi B, but I just do. Before this hit song, and I don't do new rap. I don't know what the hell they saying. But I can sort of make out what the fuck she's saying. But I am really, really partial to her. Why? Because Erykah Badu, early on somehow on Twitter or some shit. If you're from my generation, and Erykah Badu with the D challenge, Erykah, I'll put that in the Arsenio Hall titled video next. Things that make you say, Erykah. Well, you just click on the next video. Y'all tweet this to Erykah click on. I don't know. Erykah Badu, click on a Libra video. She's Pisces. And she's a double Pisces. Erykah, we have Myra in common. Blessings be upon your spirit, my Gemini made the transition. A bit Big Mama, if Erica, if you listen to anyway, on her screen door in her house hub with onks. I never saw an iron screen door like I still think about that screen door to this day. Iron screen door, and it was that is dope. When I go to Queens, I want to drive by the house and see who bought it and see if they kept that screen door. Have you seen a screen door like that? Just dope, okay? Anywho, I done got over to Erica by doing it. I want to put that in another video with their Arsenio Hall things. That, what was it, Libra? Libra, what the hell was I saying? I know, I'm in my 40s, y'all. Ginkgo. I mean, a good ginkgo. I mean, I need to do. It was good, too. What else? I can't even rewind to see what the hell I just said about Libra. And I'm in 35 minutes. I usually don't like the astro season videos to be this long. But when I know a sign catches hell, it may not know why it's catching hell. I want you to know why. You're here to balance. Bullies don't like balance. And hidden pale powers that shouldn't be that run this planet. Per my studies, Jordan Maxwell reference, okay, go on. Howard Zinn, go on, those. I give you references, okay? People like, oh, is it coming from you? No, it's coming from what I didn't study. And Howard Zinn was college required reading in one of my classes. I was proud of that professor. I said, he gonna give us Howard Zinn? He's brave than a motherfucker. Yeah. Again, first edition. I don't know if they doctoring up and changing up books and shit behind the scenes. Fuck if I know. But we have a say. Yeah, Libra, that's why. And again, if you find them flaky, you may have offended them, and they have too much grace and diplomacy to tell you. So they really just get the fuck away from you and not attend the shit you invite them to. Because again, the Libra's aim, they instinctual innards wants to restore balance. Okay? Martial arts, even though fighting is Aries, but fighting with grace and purpose. My sons had them martial arts classes. And the teacher always stressed, do not start any type of combat. Try to avoid it. This is strictly for self-defense, not to offend others, not to show off or anything like that. And they just stress. And I'm just like, this is graceful combat, fair combat, mutual combat is all a Libran thing. The grace of martial arts and things of that nature. It's not barbaric and just barbaric. If it's not barbaric, you're dealing with Libra. Fashion designers that seeing the ratio and cutting the design and things of that nature. Libra, Donna Karan, Ralph Lauren, Bernie Mac, blessings to your soul. Rising power. Libra, and the 5, prime number 5, Bernie. Toni Braxton, and she's a 7. All the things she must know. Could you imagine? Man, I got her memoir, even though I know she can't disclose, but she couldn't disclose that damn memoir 10 years later, per the content in the memoir. I'm like, 10, okay, that's Capricorn Saturn. Make her wait 10 years to tell her own story. But what the fuck going on? Because Libra is the library, Libras, the archives. Akashic Records is Libra. Akashic Records records everything you think. It's recording this thing. Hi, y'all. Hey, Akasha. Acacia tree. Shout out to KT, put me onto that Acacia DMT. Man, Libra has a huge responsibility. They don't have time for your ego and emotions and shit when they're trying to get the hell away from your ass. They're here to restore balance. They're record keepers. And I think that's part of the neutrality I was about to allude to. I was alluding to it, you see what I'm saying? The Akashic Records documents everything. Look at I don't know if they're still up on YouTube. Find them videos, Spank Your Monkey. 6 minutes long. You have the patience to watch. If you're 38 minutes, what do I mean? Yeah, you're 38 minutes into this, you could do 6 minutes. If you didn't see it already. Well, in the Spank Your Monkey video, it states how it does everything. It's with you. Akashic Records. It does everything you're doing. It sees everything you see. It's recording everything you're fucking recording. That's Libra. It has to do that with no judgment, if you will. You know how they say the universe doesn't judge, but it definitely documents. You know what I mean? You hear some teachers say that, but no, the Libra is the judge. It's Maya ways. It's about restoring the proper frequency back to its proper source. That's that cause and effect. That's Libra. That's the causation and the effect. That's what it is. It's not like I'm going to get you back. This is your frequency that you transmitted, that you sent out. And all energy finds its source. It's like an adopted child forever looking for his natural parents. If not even for mushy reasons, like I want to hug you. I need to find you because you are where I came from. You pushed me out. Now I'm going to return. It's like the salmon swimming upstream. Back to its source. Number 49 in the medicine card book, okay? All energy finds its source eventually. Period. Period. Okay? Sun signs. Okay? The creator, the source, the sun. That nurture and feeds the world, the planet, you know? Libra, I think I'm going to close out. It's 40 minutes. But I want to make sure I covered everything for Libra. And happy Libra season. Yeah, I really get into, you know, doing a kidney cleanse, a kidney detox this season. Get into your Libra cell sorts, Libra. All of us should be taking the cell sorts for the 3 signs. That's after our sign. You Google your cell sorts, see what's going on with that. A lot of water. Take care of your kidneys. You know, your liver, all that. You did take care of your body. Yeah. Blessings be Libra. I just want to make sure I covered everything that I can cover without giving away too much. With me, none left the Libra chapter in my book, okay? And I want to do a unique book too, something fun. There's so many good astrology books out there. I don't want it to be too redundant, regurgitated. I want just fun, something sexy, coffee table. Don't bite. Oh, heavens, astrology. I'm giving away all my pearls. Don't you bite, goddammit, you. I didn't even think astrologers would do that until I get, you know, I wanted to write a book about friendship entitled The 11th House, and told that to a couple of astrologers, and one took that doggone title for his radio show. And the dates, I got the blog in my notes on Facebook. The dates don't lie, okay? You see the date I post and find out the date here. And no offense to him. I think he's Libra, Virgo cusp. Shout out to you. And no offense, you know what I'm saying? We've spoken over the phone. Not just Facebook friends. But anywho, look, if you didn't bite, I think you did. The dates say, the math don't lie. Aquarius. Math. DNA. Which AC says it? Mouths lie, math don't. Women, never mind. I digress. And don't he have a Libra moon, JC? Anyway, so listen. I'm happy we're in Libra season. Energy's lighter. And y'all leave them alone. Let them weigh both sides of the story, what they came here to do. Let them have their middle way. Like YP said in his video titled The Middle Way, how the fresh water and the salt water don't argue with each other and try to force one on each other's side. No. You don't see the butterflies hanging out with mosquitoes? No. Stay in your salty lane if that's what you are of that ilk. Stay in your fresh water lane if you are of that ilk. Stop pulling. I think that was partly Blessings be to her spirit, Kanika Jenkins' story from what was reported on the internet, per what the videos I saw, okay? I took journalism, so I got to keep saying per what I saw, per what I saw, okay? On these videos, okay? What resonated as truth in the moment I saw it, okay? She was a Gemini at 27 and the tune of 7 to 9. And the red pill with the 7-2 films. And that's what I thought of. Aside from that being Left Eye's birthday. R.I.P. to her too, rising power, both of them. It's that air frequency. But one video was saying when she stated, you know, she's not about that, you know, that thought life. She's not that type of girl. And the spiritual reader doing the card said that is what angered them more. You know what I mean? That's what angered them. And that's when I just was on the phone with a friend, a close friend, like a big sister. Shout out Mama P. And she was saying she's on the list for donor for kidney. And she was saying how the doctors and them taught her, even after the operation, you get the kidney. And it was going into how Kanika name sound like kidney. They was just breaking down the etymology and all that. And how that means honey in another Mayan language, Kanikia, something similar to that. Y'all do the videos if y'all hadn't done already to do the research with that. And she has a Libra frequency too. It's a Gemini just something class. Maybe Libra ascendant, beauty. Libra moon, I don't know. But anywho, so yeah, and Libras can have the Libra. So Libra females can have that, what they would call prissy, shishi, poo poo, bougie. I've met some, you know, my New York years, you know, some Libra studs that still had that aggressive edge, but was still refined somewhat. I have an aunt, Libra, don't take not 1 ounce of the bullshit, okay? Woman, man, racist. Y'all read about my auntie in my memoir about that life, about that poor life. I remember something happened to me when I was 8 or 9. I was with my cousin. We 2 months apart. So it's summertime, so we're the same age by the time this is happening. And I saw a girl that used to talk to my brother. This is Harlem, Spanish Harlem. Shout out to 100th Street, you know, that era. And was it a pool hall or something? They had seafood or something. And me and my cousin walked over there. And I'm like, but that's Harlem. That's New York. At this age, you know, my 40s, I'm like, me and my cousin did a lot of walking around young. But that's urban city kids. You grow up so fast. But I'm like, I would never let my 9-year-old walk over there. And my mother, to me, was relatively strict. But you know, you in the projects, you go outside to play. Maybe she assumed you in front of the building. But we were walking, you know, to go get something to eat. We probably had $5 between us. I don't know. And then we found out, she was like, no, my mom, it was some kind of pool hall or something. Where adults be, you know, back in my day, kids stay in a child's place. You seen, not her. And you definitely ain't seen in no motherfucking pool hall or no bar or some shit. But my aunt was just about that. Just think, who could I think of? Like the black version of Big Ange. I remember Big Ange from All Wives. Libra. I love you, Auntie. Rising power. But she, my cousin was like, my mom is over there. I think they having a fish fry or seafood or something. I'm like, we can eat for free, you know, save our little bit of dollars in our pocket. And my aunt saved my life. I drove, my mom had this big old brown car. What was it, a Coupe de Ville? I don't know, just my mother fly shit. My aunt took that fly, just fly. But I drove it down the hill, the 100th Street over the east side, you know, down the big steep hill. I must have been 7. I don't know, drove the shit. You see kids watch adults. I'm like, hell, I want to drive. Now as an adult, I don't even like driving. I do the shit when I have to. I don't like to drive that shit. Well, I have emerging anxiety. So I try to avoid highways and parallel park. Oh, jeez. Can I get there by the streets out there on the highway? I don't fuck with bridges and highways and shit. I know I got to get hypnotized to break that goddamn phobia and shit. I ain't gonna find family drive me all the damn time. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, but I'll do it if I have to. I just drive slow. And then you gotta get it slow. Never mind, y'all. See, driving is Aries. The car itself, the vessel is Taurus, but the opposite of Aries, Libra. So I'm very Libra-like with my driving. Never mind. But I drove downhill. She saved me, and it was like, press the brake. I would have went into like going against travel. I would have went into 3rd Avenue. You gotta be Spanish Harlem, no one told me. But anywho, so yeah, some Libras. So I'm saying when they don't have that refined, I thought of my auntie. And then when she lived in the Bronx, I was like, okay. And my brother, my older brother, lived with her. And he came home from work. And I don't know, he must have came home a different way. But it's some kind of racist over there. But they knew my aunt because they were trying to encircle him. And they ran back to their project. You know, what's her name? The pseudonym of Lydia. Lydia, they messing with your nephew. And da-da-da-da. And she just was cool. Cool with the Caucasoids, the racists. There's different types of racists. There's racists that if they're cool with the blacks that they know, but if they don't know you, then you know what I'm saying. The racist cells percolate. Some just ain't cool with no melanated. You know what I'm saying? But this is but my mom was always kicking him out. You can read the memoir. So this is the 80s, I think. The 80s, maybe early 80s. Yeah. We all average 7 years apart, so he's older than me significantly. But I would say that. But this is before the Howard Beach thing, because I'm a teenager when that happened. So is this the 80s or the 70s? I don't know. He was coming from work, and he was staying with her, because he always stay with family member or his girl. When him and mommy get into it, she kick him out. Hell, I got kicked out. Y'all read the memoir. Back in the day when I was young and nothing. Shout out to Ma. Wish I was a kid again. But anyway, and the racist was trying to encircle him, and my aunt came down that mother. They was like, "Oh, you know him? We didn't know you know him." She said, "Why do you have to know I know him?" Racism. She cussed him out. had her back, and you know, it was not nice. They knew not to fuck with her, okay? So the Libras that are like that, I solely believe they pull from their Aries polarity, more Aries than they are Libra. Yeah, so it's that extreme pendulum, that sphere, that if the woman is not refined and Toni Braxton-ish, she may be hard body like that. You know what I mean? You know, although my aunt was not an AG, she's just straight, but just rough and will fuck you up. Hands and weapons, it don't matter. I don't even think she ever did a bit. She was cool with the cops in the neighborhood, just like the mayoress. What they call the woman mayor, mayoress, right? Or just mayor? Anywho, so y'all can read about what happened when I went to. Oh, I saw my brother's girl, and she looked distressed. I was like, hi. She was like, hey, baby, where y'all going? I said, we're going here to get some seafood. Did you get your seafood? She was like, no, bring me a plate. And then she went into the building that was adjacent to the pool or bar. So I got me a plate of seafood. My cousin got her a plate of seafood. And I asked for another plate. And they was like, well, who's this for? And I said, oh, so-and-so. They probably knew her too. And then you can find out what happened after that. But after it happened, I was so stunned and shocked. I didn't even cry. My cousin, only in the hood, I'm telling you, where you can say, go get my mother. You know, I don't know, when did they start the absentee father? Roxanne Shante broke it down to really good in a Nas documentary. The 70s had both parents. No. The 80s had, no, the 90s. No, the 70s had both parents. The 80s had the single parent. The 90s, the grandmother was raising me. Yeah, she broke it down pretty good. So I don't know if that's what caused women to really get strong and, you know, just take over the reins of protector and provider. Probably so. You know, they're still hard at work to keep the black family fragmented and fractured and divided. Black love is amazing to look at because you know how hard as hell it is to find and maintain and sustain. Yeah, they don't, I don't know spiritually what it means. I think I look back at the Good Times episode when Thelma was dating eBay, and he describes what happens when we fall in love, what happens on a cosmic level. Back to Sister Elmira, when she says what happens when a pale male abuses power versus what happens when a melanated male abuses power. So yeah, I digress. Which what happens on this channel. You don't like digressions? Don't click here. Don't click here. Don't the fuck click here. But anywho, yeah, this video be dedicated to my aunt. I love you. I do. I was terrified of you, but I love you. Came to my rescue. My cousin said, "Go get my mother. Go tell my mother." But I don't know, just not wanting to make waves. Could you imagine? I've always been of the ilk of not wanting to make waves and still had enemies. Ain't that a bitch? Suppose that's the Libra in me. But anywho, but yeah, so yeah, my aunt came up and it was nothing nice. Kicking in the door, waving the 5-5, all her damn hands and the digits and thumb, okay. And then he pussied up. I said, look at this shit here. Ain't this a bitch? That early on, I was very clear on it was a bona fide fucking pussy. Bitch made motherfucking nigga. Oh, just half the fact. See, I'm going to speak in the vernacular of that time, and it's so much politically correct shit now. Oh, jeez. And politically correct is also ruled by Libra. That whole grace and diplomacy, a gentleman's court, if you will. Yeah, Libra are accused of being liars, and I'm like, well, are they being pulled out of their comfort zone? So they're going to try to, you know, appease, again, diplomacy. Well, how about leave them the fuck alone and then get their opinion if you want the truth? Okay, again, they're here to balance, to restore balance. Hence the mafia, because they're going to restore that shit by any means fucking necessary, per his tutelage. They're going to find a way to, they're here to restore balance. So why not their own shit, their own individualistic shit? So if you're wrong one, it's just a matter of time. They're trying to figure out how to restore a balance. I would atone real quick with atone period for your own balance and proper ascension up out of this motherfucking body, this husk, okay? Make sure you show gratitude for this husk. That's Earth. Earth matters. My Earth Mama, Malkuth, Tiamat. Okay. You can read Jill Spiller's book on spiritual astrology. She talked about page 130 something, another. How to thank the Earth for your body. You know, that's your lunar and solar eclipse. You look the shit up, okay? Proper ascension is your proper balance. So you really, really want to always make sure you're in physical and spiritual balance the best you can. You know what I'm saying? Kidneys, you know what I mean? Yeah, because that's what they're here to do for themselves and the world. Restore balance. That's what they're here to do. So you let them go ahead and weigh both sides. Gemini can see both sides too, but Gemini of an argument. But Gemini is mutable, so it will, you know, it will assimilate better with the general consensus or the popular vote. If a Gemini doesn't have a strong mind to see the truth and go with the truth versus what the fuck is popular. You know, strong Gemini is Tupac and things of that nature. When did I start this? Did I start the season with Cancer? I don't feel like I did a Gemini season video, did I? I gotta go through my whole videos and see what the hell I done did. This thing's going to an hour. Forgive me, y'all. Did I do another Astro season video that's an hour? But I know I would be lengthy with Libra because Libras catch hell. It may not know why. And I'm telling you why. You hear the balance and bullies don't want balance. Remember that Odd Couple episode? I love the Odd Couple. Wait, he was telling Oscar Madison to type his name fast, you know, speedy shit, while he's fucking with him and harassing him. Typing is Libra too. All that's Mayat. Mayat is Libra. That's why I meant to tell you that I stopped watching that guy's video on Unsub. Not that he should give a shit. I'm just telling you what about. The sidereal guy. No offense. I think he's hella smart. He would be. Okay. But listen to me. He did a video saying Mayat is Virgo. I said, what the fuck name of Jesse James? What the fuck is he talking about? Balance, Mayat, the scales on the courthouse. What the fuck is he talking about? I said, is he siderealizing the deities? I left his video channel alone. Fuck no. Mayat is Libra. Balance, truth, scales, justice. Okay. Shout out to Mayat. Listen, sister. One of my goddesses. Okay. Ashe. All right. Here we go. And then another channel, Astro channel, left alone. He said Aries is not argumentative. This is years ago now. Both of them years ago. Aries is not argumentative. Not saying this. Maybe there's some that aren't. But, you know, he's saying this as a rule. I'm like, well, you know, Aries is the god of war. What the fuck is he talking about? They're not argument. Aries rules the ego. Is he fucking crazy? Either he's an Aries or he's in love with one. But guess who ain't no longer in love with his channel? Me. Peace. Unsub. I know he shouldn't give a shit. I'm not talking to his give a fuck-ness. I'm speaking to mine. Detract. Click off. But yeah, but Libra, anywho. Happy Libra season. I make sure y'all take you only take your cell salts for your sign in your season. Once Libra is no more, you know, it moves on, sun moves on to Scorpio, you can stop taking the Libra cell salt. I forget which one is it. Is it Satmir? Yeah, Google Libra cell salt. Should have come up, go to the health food store, you know, get your cell salt on. And drink a lot of water, take care of yourself, your kidneys, and be true to you. You are the middle way. You are the energy between the salt water and the fresh water. Okay? Don't let the salties pull you over to their side. Unless, again, you're trying to restore balance. You know what I'm saying? If it's a matter of doing what you have to do to restore balance, you got to restore balance. But you won't stay there. You go right back to the middle way. Libra, yin yang. Okay. Serena Williams, Libra. Who was Libra? Nikki Barnes, that dimple, Libra. Y'all seen that dimple? I'm not getting on to the whatever he did, the criminality. I'm talking about pure aesthetics, which is Libra, aesthetics, beauty. Who's my favorite Libra? Probably than Tony Braxton. They'll come to me. How am I drawing a blank on all the Libras, notable Libras? Oh, Terry Williams. Not Terry Williams. I love you, Terry M. Williams. She's a Taurus. All along, I thought she was an Aries. I'm like, why do I like her so much? She's an Aries. No offense to Aries, but I know her in person. I met her in person, sister circle to church and everything. When she said, no, I'm a Taurus, I said, that's why. That's why I like you so much. It startled her. She was like, oh, I learned in Annex years ago. Oh, just a beautiful girl. I'm not into the Taurus video. That's why I think I started this at Cancer season. Because I don't feel like I did those videos. When we round around the calendar again, I'll see what hell going on. Because I told you I'm just gonna do 1 year this season, astro season videos. Oh, I gotta get off this hour. But that's it. I'm trying to blank another Libra frequency, and I know they're there. Shout out to Gano. He's a Libra. Peace, Gano. Peace, G. Who else? Who else? I'm gonna click off, y'all. I like the notable ones. You know what I mean? Let me click off this. They don't need to be long, no hour. But happy Libra season nonetheless. And watch, as soon as I click off, I find another. Oh, Terry McMillan, that's the Libra. I was like, well, shout out Terry. You inspired me. When you read my memoir, Terry, you'll see how and why. You and my neighbor, she's an Aquarius, a neighbor back then in the 90s. We had open discussion about your book in her living room. I was in my 20s. She and her friends were in her 30s. So I was just happy to be there, you know, older sisters. And our kids were playing off in the dining room area. And your book and it wasn't even a book, a deliberate book discussion get together. Just ladies in the living room kicking it. We had refreshments. Everybody brought a cute little potluck. It was a cute little evening. And the disappearing acts came up. And I kept saying, I wonder who came before Franklin. I wonder, because you know, there's you kiss frogs before you meet your prince, or you know, something like that. You know, there's a path before you get to baby daddy. And then someone was like, who cares? Some other lady in the living room, who cares? That's all miscellaneous, Dick, and who cares? And then my neighbor Aquarius, she said, she's a pastor now. You could hear about her in my video, Spiritual Retreats, on this channel. Did I give a pseudonym for her on that video? I know she has one in my memoir. But she looked at me and she said, she wrote the foreword for that memoir too. A foreword that decided not to keep. Because my friends was like, it seemed like she's chastising us. Is she reprimanding us in this foreword? I was like, I don't know. They was like, is she a native of New York? I said, yeah, she from Brooklyn. She didn't have a teenagehood. She didn't have a childhood in Brooklyn. I was like, I guess I don't know, but I decided not to use it because my friends were anti that forward. But I wanted her to do it because she inspired me to write my memoir. She and Terry McMillan in that moment, because she looked at me, she said, you do it. You write the book you want. And I thought of Toni Morrison, Aquarius, another Aquarius, saying something to that effect, because the neighbor's Aquarius. I think she and Toni Morrison got the same birthday, come to think about it. Wait, let me see. I got to look up Toni Morrison. If I'm not mistaken, I think my neighbor and Toni Morrison have the same birthday. Just a little quick epiphany in this moment. That's a Libra. And Young Jeezy, Libra. Who else is a Libra? Yes, that I could think of. All right, I'm going to close out, y'all. Namyo renge kyo, namyo renge kyo, namyo renge kyo. That shit.